Felicia, how is your day going here at Facts?
I'm having such a good time. Everyone is so wonderful. I love asking people where they're from because they're people from so many different countries. Some people speak French, some people speak Dutch. It's just so fun. It really is.
We're happy you're having a nice time. We have some fan questions for you.
Great.
And the first one is from Nico. And he asks, do you remember how it was to be part of Buffy the Vampire Slayer? And did you realize it would still be as popular today?
I definitely remember Buffy because it was really my first real TV job. I was so young. I had just moved to Los Angeles. I had done like maybe two things that on film before. And the experience of being part of a fan family, it changed me forever. It made me never want to be on a show that didn't have that spirit. And yeah, I was on the last season of Buffy, so it wasn't, I think, as tight as it was before, I'm sure, but it made me want to be on the show earlier just to have that experience.
Yeah.
And so it's always influenced my choices in the shows that I do after that. But of course, Buffy will always be close to my heart because it was my first. And I'm still very good friends with so many people associated with the show, which kind of shows you how tight we were.
Oh, that's really nice to hear.
Yeah.
Well, even though it's a long time ago, you still look as gorgeous as ever, by the
thank
way.
you very much.
Because you said I was so young, you still look very young now.
Okay, thank you. Keep going. Keep going, Yel.
Next question from Wim. If you were to become a goddess, if you aren't one already, what would your religion be about?
Oh, this is a good question. I guess my religion would probably be, I always say that if I were going to be one class in real life, I would be a druid because I'm not religious at all, but I'm spiritual. I believe in people getting in touch with their inner self and letting their creativity out of them. And I do believe in sort of the sanctity of nature and how interconnected we all are, and we have to respect our nature and animals and our environment. And so I think it would be one of kindness, one valuing education, and one valuing our position in the world and how we are stewards and should take care of each other and the world.
A really nice one.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I'll start a cult next week. Wait for the flyer.
Hilarious. Good. Next one is from Olivia. It's a bit longer. She wants some tips on memorizing. She is 38 and went back to studying. I understand my subject but can't seem to remember enough to pass my exams. I failed now 2 years in a row. I would like some pointers on how to memorize text, seeing as being an actress requires memorizing your lines.
Wow. Well, okay, there are two things I can suggest. When I memorize my lines, I always do them with the intent of the emotion. So what I'm trying to do, so like if I have a line and I say, okay, I'm trying to persuade her.
Yeah.
Or you can take the same line and say, I'm trying to make her angry, or I'm trying to share my regret here. So I always put sort of the emotion underneath. But if you're trying to memorize different words, I'm currently learning Polish. Because my grandmother was Polish, and so it's become my hobby to learn Polish on the side. And I have a very hard time because it's very different. It's a Slavic language, it's very different. So I have to kind of associate either pictures or concepts with the words. So for instance, Beyonce is more.
Oh,
And I remember that because it sounds like Beyonce,
I just wanted to say.
right? Beyonce. Or like ponieważ is because, but I remember that because it's a pony being washed. And you have to wash your pony because it's dirty. So that's how I listen. I remember everything, bitch,
Excuse me?
You can bitch slap people. Bitch is to hit. Bitch show. You're going to bitch slap somebody. So there was a lot of little... So for me, to learn terms that I don't understand, I have to associate them, link them either with a picture or a term. Also, I would recommend the Anki app, which is a flashcard app. It's free. And I use it all the time to learn my Polish. So anyway, that's my tips. Good luck.
Bish. Right?
Well, bitch shao is to hit, but beach is to exist. So I don't know. Maybe there's something deeper there.
You can
Life
fill
will
it
hit
in.
you. Life will hit you.
In Dutch, we have a word for that when you link a word to something else,
Oh, yeah.
and we call it an ezelsbruggetje.
I don't think that we have
It's like
a word like that
a
in
donkey bridge Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
A donkey bridge?
That's the literal. Yeah.
I kind of love that. I love that. Okay, so donkey bridge your way to success.
That's it, basically. Okay, next one. From Arpat. You've been a pioneer in merging gaming culture with mainstream entertainment. How do you see the future of storytelling evolving in the gaming industry, especially with the rise of interactive experiences and AI?
Well, I think AI is a whole different story because that's not creativity. That's taking people's creativity and sort of putting it through a machine to sort of interpret. So, I mean, I'm not a fan of using AI for creativity. I think AI is very useful and will be very useful in doing organizational things and maybe taking the burden off creative people to be able to automate the things that get in the way, maybe researching and stuff like that. But as far as creativity and storytelling, I don't. I think that we're seeing lots of people less and less interested in watching things passively than participating. And I think like Life is Strange and um, you know uh, so many different video games have shown us that the storytelling is so high. It takes two. You know, a lot of these things are becoming movies, but at the same time, kids are growing up only playing video games and not watching. So I think the future is more interaction, more creative storytelling that involves people more actively, whether it's AI or AR or VR, you know, just depending on the technology we have. I think the smart thing as a creative is to get involved in cutting edge things in those areas.
Okay,
Yeah.
amazing. That was it. Thank you
Great.
so much.
Thank you for all the great questions.
Yeah, no, yeah, thank
And
the
the
fans.
donkey bridge.
Yeah. And Bish.
And bish. Bye, bitches.
Amazing. Thank you so
Thanks a
much.
lot.
It was
Yeah, no
amazing.
worries.
Have a great day, guys.
Thank you.